This is the activation of a courtesy alert for 14-year-old Harley Dilly. This is 14-year-old Harley Dilly. Harley has been missing now for all of 2 weeks, okay? Harley's story goes a little something like this. On December the 20th, 5 days before Christmas, on December 20th, Harley was on his way to school in Port Smith. I believe that's right. Is that Port? I'm sorry, not Port Smith. In Port Clinton, Ohio. He was on his way to school. He left the house on his way to school. You know the rest of the story. Harley never made it to school. He never made it to school. Authorities have been, I don't know why they didn't put this information out much sooner than they did, but authorities have been looking for 14-year-old Harley basically on their own up until late last week. It started spewing out across Ohio, and now it is spewing out across the nation. This 14-year-old boy who went missing from Port Clinton, Ohio, while walking to school, never made it to school, and just 5 days before Christmas, well, a 14-year-old, all kids, listen, all kids are excited about Christmas, especially when the countdown is 5 days or sooner. Every kid is anticipating what they're going to get for Christmas, 5 days before Christmas. But something happened to Harley as he was walking to school. We don't know what happened, but Harley has not been seen or heard from since. Y'all can Google this story if you want. There is a reward that is being mentioned for him. But as you know, as is our policy, we do not mention the amount of rewards. We allow you all to go and to Google the story, and you can find out what the reward is. 2 reasons we don't do that. One, if we mention it and somebody doesn't follow through on the reward, then it becomes a liability upon us. So that's why we don't mention rewards. Secondly, we don't mention them because people see these broadcasts at different times of the day, okay? And if I tell you that a reward was one amount and somebody made a generous donation and changed the numbers on it, then it makes what I say, not accurate. So that's why we have the policy that we do not mention the amount of the rewards. If you want to know what the reward is, Google the story Harley Dilly out of Port Clinton, Ohio, and you'll be able to see and ascertain all that information in real time concerning reward amounts. But here's what we know about Harley, okay? First of all, Port Clinton, Ohio is about 124 miles as the crow flies from Columbus, okay? And 14-year-old Harley Dilly disappeared as he headed to school on December the 20th, 2019. It's been 2 weeks since he was last seen. When he was last seen wearing a puffy maroon jacket, black tennis shoes, and glasses. That's all we have, y'all. Okay? He was last seen wearing a puffy maroon jacket with black tennis shoes and, of course, his glasses. Authorities say that the parents have been fully cooperating with the authorities, and authorities at this point in time do not believe that the parents had anything at all to do with Harley's disappearance. Anyone having any information concerning the whereabouts of 14-year-old Harley Dilly, you've please been asked to call the Port Clinton Police Department. And they are picking up the lines today. I just spoke with them a little bit ago. The Port Clinton Police Department at area code 419-734-3121. Again, that's area code 419-734-3121. The family put out a statement just prior to Christmas, and in it, it included language such as that the family is very distraught concerning the whereabouts of 14-year-old Harley Dilly. The family, Harley, if you are seeing this, or someone who may have information about the whereabouts of Harley, if you're seeing this, your family wants us to communicate to you that you're not in trouble, but they want you to come home, son. They want you to come home. Harley, they want you to come home. The Port Clinton Police Department, I was watching this on yesterday. The Port Clinton Police Department, in an interview, they are asking the community to not try to do searches on your own. That's an odd request, but nevertheless, we're going to respect that. They're asking the community not to go out and to do searches on their own. They're asking for time and space for the police to do their search and to do their due diligence in searching. I'm sure they're going to come back with an update to the community, because the benefit in the community, hey Tom, the benefit in the community reaching out to help in the search for 14-year-old Harley is that when you call for the community, you're getting everything from, you're getting all-terrain vehicles that can search the woods, you're getting drones, you're getting multiple drones, and drone owners that can help expedite in searching for this little boy. Yeah, I agree. That struck me as being very, very odd. Okay, that they would say, hey, to the community, y'all don't search, let us do our search. Okay, I don't know if they have some inside information that they're trying to see if it's going to pan out or not. We do not know, but as a parent who has had a missing child before, for somebody to say, y'all don't search, we will search, I find that to be very disturbing at best. I really, really do. But given the fact that Harley is 14 years old, and I was thinking about this as I was preparing this broadcast, given the fact that this young man is only 14 years old, in that 14-year-old range, you're talking about a kid who perhaps has some sort of access, or may have had some sort of access, and I'm just saying this, okay? He may have had some sort of access to a video gaming console, that to where maybe, one of these video gaming consoles to where you can talk to someone as you're playing the game with them. I don't know that this was or was not the fact, but I would certainly hope that authorities would certainly take a look into that angle concerning that, okay? Because that is something that, given that particular age, okay, they at that particular age, they typically they do, chat with people as they're playing these type of video games, and we don't know if somebody may have saw him and said, hey Harley, it's me, such and so and so, come on buddy, I'll give you a ride, and that's the last anybody has seen of Harley. That's just the way a child predator works, okay? Listen y'all, child predators are in so many different forms, okay? Rather than some we know about that they can say, hey, they'll go and they'll approach a kid on the street corner, and you teach a child against stranger danger, okay? But if your child has been at home playing on video games, chat, and playing games against somebody that they don't even know, and then all it takes for a child to be drawn to a car is for the person in that car to know their name. That's all. That's all. Okay? It is that simple for a person who perhaps has been playing video games with this particular child. Just come up, drive up to him, or see him somewhere. They get a read on where he lives at, or so forth, and they see him and say, hey, Harley, come go with us. And here in Columbus, Ohio, just a few months ago, we had 3 children that went missing out of Delaware County of Ohio. You know, those kids were missing for several days, and then they were found at a residence. After we put the alert out about several hours later. They had been missing for days, but when we put the alert out, they were found at a residence about 30, 40 miles away. Okay, so again, don't underestimate the power of sharing these broadcasts, because literally these broadcasts may be the lifeline for these children. Oftentimes, children find themselves trapped in situations and in circumstances that they cannot get out of, okay? And the only way that the communities in Columbus, Georgia, the community in Columbus, Ohio are gonna know about it is because somebody took the time to care enough to share the broadcast. And so that's why we do what we do here. Again, this is the activation of an alert for 14-year-old Harley Dilly out of Port Clinton, Ohio. This is the activation of a courtesy alert at the request of the Port Clinton Police Department in Port Clinton, Ohio, for 14-year-old Harley Dilly, missing now for more than 2 weeks. He went missing on December the 20th as he was walking to school, never made it to school, has been missing ever since. Family is distraught, police and community are distraught. There is a healthy reward that is being issued for 14-year-old Harley Dilly. You can Google the case, you can Google his name, and there you'll see the reward amount there in real time. But there is a reward for this kid who has been missing now for 2 weeks. Information is getting out. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, they're involved in this case now. CNN and other mainstream media, they're now getting this boy's information out as well, because it's been 2 weeks, okay? And authorities, they are working on the case. They are searching for this child. Authorities, as of yesterday, had sent out a request that asked the community, don't do your own search. Let us do the search first. And you know, if we need the community, we'll come back. That's typically totally different than what we normally hear from authorities. So as they are searching on the ground, we need everyone searching and sharing. They may be searching on the ground, but we need everyone sharing the broadcast on social media, whether you're watching us on YouTube, you're watching us on Facebook, you're watching us on Periscope, you're watching us on IGTV, or whatever means that you're watching us from. We need absolutely lottie-dottie and everybody to share about this case.